You never thought you'd be a cynic, did you? It's not like in your sophomore year of high school, beside your yearbook photo, you wrote, "I hope to grow jaded and distrustful of humanity by the time I hit 40. I'm also hoping my cynicism will damage my family and make me impossible to work with. Go Ravens." Had you written that in high school, somebody would have insisted you go to counseling immediately. But that wasn't your headspace. You were optimistic, even hopeful. By the time you hit your early 20s and shed the yoke of your parents, you were downright idealistic. You knew how to make the world a better place, and you were intent on doing it. That's my story, too. As a young law student working in downtown Toronto, I oozed optimism about setting the world right. I wanted to practice constitutional law and argue my first case before the Supreme Court of Canada prior to my 30th birthday. I even discovered that someone with a positive attitude and healthy work ethic could make a difference in a downtown firm. I was a newlywed, and halfway through my first year at the law firm, I became a new dad. I wanted to be successful, yet not work the slavishly long hours young lawyers were famous for, working every night and most weekends. Some firms in the downtown core even had cots in the office and hired in-house chefs so their employees didn't have to go home or leave the office. I didn't want that to be me. So I hustled hard. I arrived at the office at 7 o'clock, worked through lunch, and by 5 o'clock managed to sneak out of the office when no one was looking so I could get home to my wife Tony and our newborn son. Throughout the day, I focused on being massively productive and getting outcomes our clients and my bosses would love. Strangely enough, I managed to succeed. My idealism smashed through some barriers quickly. Not only did I avoid working the impossible hours lawyers typically put in, but I also actually earned the firm money, something students weren't expected to do. The partners even offered me a job after my year of apprenticeship was over. But I found my idealism as a budding lawyer challenged by something I noticed all around me. I was surrounded by lawyers who weren't happy. In fact, many who hadn't even hit age 40 had become downright miserable. I remember one particular Friday when a lawyer in his 30s came into the firm waving a lottery ticket. "See this ticket," he said? "If I win this thing, you'll never see my face again." The strange part is that he owned the firm and made a big income every year, may I add. It's never a good sign when the owner of a thriving law firm buys a lottery ticket hoping to cash out and leave it all behind. I used to tell my fellow law school graduates, if you can find a happy lawyer in this city, I'll pay you $1 million. I knew it was a safe bet since none of us could find a happy lawyer. A gnawing negativity. How do people who seemingly have everything end up jaded and disillusioned so quickly? The juxtaposition of sleek office towers, luxury cars, tailored suits, and expensive lunches, coupled with chronic dissatisfaction, still surprises me, but it shouldn't. Jesus told us it was very possible, even probable, that we could gain the world and lose our soul. I get that, but in the trenches of success, I saw more than a happiness deficit in the people around me. I saw a much deeper and more pervasive condition: cynicism. I often wondered, how do you go from idealistic to cynical in just a few short years? It's a troubling question, and over the years, I've asked it again and again. Chances are you've seen it happen around you too. Your friend, who has had her heart broken many times, now thinks no man can be trusted. Your optimistic college roommate who went into investment banking is convinced all his colleagues are simply in it for themselves, which is exactly why he is now, too. Your brother-in-law cop has seen too much too many times to believe the best about anybody anymore. Even your teammate at work shoots down every idea you bring to the table, instantly listing the many reasons your strategy is doomed to fail. The people around you can be depressing. But almost as disturbing as what we see around us is what we feel within us. Cynicism isn't just something other people experience, it's something you sense growing within you. While the timeline may vary given your life experience, here's what many people discover. The optimism of your teens and 20s gives way to the realism of your 30s. By the time you hit 30, many of your once-in-love friends have split up, many of your once-enthusiastic coworkers hate their jobs, and many once-solid friendships have dissolved. So where does the realism of your 30s lead? That depends. Unchecked, it could lead you into the abyss that is cynicism.